Ladakh is one of the most stunning and visually sought-after remote landscapes on Earth. Modern travel makes it appear accessible, a quick flight or a scenic road trip away. In reality, you are entering an extreme high-altitude environment that functions more like a mountain expedition than a standard vacation. This milestone marks 18,380 feet. At this elevation, oxygen is scarce and the margin for error is slim. Safely enjoying this landscape requires paying 3 non-negotiable taxes. This matrix compares the aesthetic expectations with the reality: the physiological tax, the bureaucratic tax, and the elemental tax. Ignoring these specific rules transforms a holiday schedule into a critical medical emergency. This total inactivity allows your heart and lungs to naturally adjust to the oxygen deficit. Paying this tax means sacrificing 2 full days of sightseeing to stay in your hotel room. To assist this process, many travelers use the preventative medication Diamox. To be effective, the medication must be started 24 hours before you begin your ascent. This chart tracks the rising respiratory rate and blood oxygen levels associated with Diamox. It forces you to breathe more deeply, which prevents acute mountain sickness. This requires a prior doctor's consultation to avoid sulfur allergies and a willingness to deal with side effects like tingling in your extremities. Without proper acclimatization, you risk high-altitude pulmonary or cerebral edema. This visualization shows how low oxygen triggers fluid to leak into and fill delicate structures like the lung alveoli. These conditions are fatal without immediate action, specifically the use of rescue drugs and an immediate descent to lower ground. In Ladakh, symptoms like a lingering headache or a dry cough serve as direct warnings of internal edema. Accessing the remote lakes and valleys requires entering highly restricted border zones. This brings us to the bureaucratic tax, the inner line permit. This is an official permit mock-up. You must apply through the local portal, obtain physical ink stamps, and carry 5 to 6 paper photocopies at all times. Missing a single photocopy results in being turned back by the military, instantly ending your day's itinerary. If your permits are in order, you then face the elemental tax of the high Himalayas. Within 24 hours, temperatures can swing from 30 degrees Celsius in the sun to -5 degrees at night. This diagram shows the required 3-layer system: a moisture-wicking base, an insulating fleece mid-layer, and a windproof outer shell. Heavy cotton and denim offer zero insulation and stay wet, making them useless for this climate. You must also counteract the extreme UV radiation and bone-dry air. This requires SPF 50+, UV-rated sunglasses, and the application of mustard oil inside the nostrils to prevent painful nasal kraken. Packing for Ladakh requires trading fashion for bulky, highly technical survival equipment. Is the physical effort and logistical burden worth the aesthetic reward? This landscape rewards those who respect its rules and punishes those who do not. This decision tree maps your travel habits. Embracing the 48-hour rest and rigid medical protocols means you are prepared for Ladakh, but prioritizing spontaneity or a fast-paced itinerary directly conflicts with the demands of high altitude. Do not attempt to squeeze this trip into a 4-day weekend. A compressed timeline is biologically incompatible with acclimatization. If you are looking for a party destination, avoid Leh. Mixing alcohol with low-oxygen environments is a fast track to the hospital. Your return on investment in Ladakh is dictated by your preparation. Pay the taxes up front, and you secure the trip of a